Alright, hey guys. We are starting a new player walkthrough. And so for a lot of new players, this game's really confusing, and it was for me, and I started pretty around 2018, but then never really got back to it till 2023 when Lightfall came out. So this game is great, but I think that a lot of people get lost in it. So what I think we're going to do is just start with the character creation, then we'll walk through the first mission and kind of talk through some pain points that happen there. So first things with your character, your Titan, he's kind of a tank. He has kind of built around a melee ability, and he also has a barrier that you can put up to guard yourself as well as your fire team. You have your Warlock, which is basically a space wizard, but he throws on a rift that keeps you, heals you, and also can do extra damage. He basically, like, enemies become a catalyst for destruction, so he's fun to play. He's the first character I ever played, but for today's video we're going to do the Hunter. The Hunter is the most popular. He's agile, he's quick, he has a dodge that gets him out of a lot of, like, really tricky situations, and depending on your subclass, which you can get into later, he can go invisible, which becomes very helpful, or he can reload his weapon. So we're going to do this for today. So we'll do this quick just because, no one's going to enjoy watching you make a character forever. I always like the Exos better, just for whatever reason. The humans just look kind of funny on this game, so I don't really care much for them. Let's see. Let's do... if like more of a black. Yeah, let's do black. Maybe do like an orange. I think that's cool. I like the orange. And let's see here. I don't like those things. It really doesn't matter anyway. You're gonna have a helmet on half the time anyway, so you're not even gonna really see it. I'll just go with that one. We'll just do this. How about... what happened to my head and my face color here? Just keep it all the same and maybe do orange on that as well. Okay. And we'll do no marking, and we'll call that good for right now. So I'm going to try to do this as much, even though I have two other characters, as much as possible without going into the vault where you can get your weapons or do other things, but really just build it from the ground up the best that I can. So we'll be starting at 1613, which is normally your general power level. You normally start at about 1600. So we'll do that, and we'll get started. Now, like I said, this game, I think is great. It's one of the best games I ever played. I'm about, 7 years late on it, but it took me a while to get into it. But once I got into this game, it's just fantastic. And the first level that you're in just isn't a good representation of what this game really is. And you'll kind of see that, and hopefully as we go on in the other episodes of this, we can kind of see that this game is actually pretty incredible. And so for the sake of just doing stuff, we're going to skip all the story and just get started.
Some say this universe is made of light and darkness. These ancient forces
and all the
flow
art on
through
here is
all
so
matter
cool, and the
and
lore,
energy
and just all the
in
background,
our solar system and beyond.
It's quite the game. So, like I said, we're going to skip all this and just get started.
Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian.
So the beginning level is pretty easy. I mean, it's like run here. This is how you pick up a gun.
You're
This is how you
alive.
shoot it. All that.
You don't know how long I've been looking for you.
But
I'm a ghost. Actually, now I'm
we'll
your
work through all
ghost,
that,
and you?
Well, we'll
You've
get
been
into
dead
the
a long
parts where it's
time.
really kind of can be painful.
So you're going to see a lot of things you won't understand. This is fallen territory. We aren't safe here. I have to get you to the city. Hold still. Don't worry, I'm still with you. We need to move. Fast.
If you've ever played Halo or any of Bungie games, they always seem to have like a good story.
This place is an old cosmodrome, a Russian spaceport. It's
Now,
quarantined
when you
now,
pick your characters,
and quite dangerous.
it really doesn't matter which
but
one
our
you
only way
pick.
forward is through that
they're
wall.
all really good. They're all just a little bit different, but the weapons and the different stuff like that,
I
like
need to get you back
all
to
the
the city.
weapons,
To
they can
do
use
that,
any
we'll
of them.
need a
It's
ship.
just a matter of what you use
But
and
first,
what you
I
enjoy
need
as
to
far as
find
the
you a
way they
weapon.
jump or the way
Let's
that
keep
they
moving.
attack things and their subclasses.
Careful. They're all around us.
I can't remember which way to go here.
It's a risk, but I'll get us more light. Hard military system, check. Frayed wires and rust, check. When I flip this switch, expect trouble. Not good. Definitely not happy to see us. There's a rifle. Grab it.
I brought you back for a reason, Guardian. You're a hunter. That means you're not afraid to take risks. So, keep moving
This
and be ready for a
busted gun.
fight.
The cracked scope on it, it really give you garbage at the beginning, and a lot of the beginning gives you a lot of garbage.
Stay focused. If your tracker blinks, there's trouble nearby. The Fallen are scavengers. Alien pirates picking at humanity's remains.
Dispensary closed, literally trash.
Speaking of pirates, there's a loot cache. Let's take what's inside.
Alright, so now... Oh, we got a shotgun. That's right, they give you a shotgun. Oh. No ammo. Alright. So up in your top left corner, you see you have your nav point. It's just that white arrow.
More Fallen. Hit him with everything you see.
Super, which I don't know what super. Go find this guy named
Your light is strong, Guardian.
And you can also see up in the radar, it has like the red marking to show you where people are at. So you know where, kind of where your enemies are. Alright.
Keep pushing forward. I'll locate a ship we can use to fly home.
And this is where a lot of people start. And they just kind
Heads
of
up.
end up hanging out here
Fallen
for a long
raiding
time
party.
because there's this thing
They're
called a
more trouble
Scarab
than I
that's
thought.
going to be falling, and people literally will just fight this thing. I think I fought it for like an hour. The guy that I couple of people I know who played this ended up just sitting here fighting this. But so my objective actually is push back the assault. So you're just trying to beat all these factions. And at first you don't really kind of notice that because you end up fighting this thing. And you don't realize.
I'm scanning for nearby ships.
And so
focus on the ball.
So this thing will continue to fall. And so we almost had all the combatants defeated. And now there's life.
No shit.
And so
I'm detecting a friendly signal nearby. You may be able to help.
Hang out here.
I repeat. This is Shah Han. My Vanguard operation is compromised. I'm separated from my strike team.
Vanguard.
So now
They're from
we
the
gotta
last
track the
city.
signal.
Shaw,
And so we
where
have
are
a
you?
waypoint that's up on top of
Cass, Maeve, if you're hearing this, rendezvous at the following
people
coordinates.
don't realize that, and they keep fighting this thing because it keeps dropping loot.
I don't think he
So
heard
they
us,
think that
but I've
that's
got a
what we're
lock on
supposed
his
to be doing.
location.
But instead, I'm gonna go this way. But yeah, I think I played that for like an hour. A couple of people, they play it for an hour. Just sit there forever. Like, oh sweet, I'm getting loot, and it's like, but you're not actually doing what you're supposed to do. And then you end up playing, you like kind of lost for a while. And this guy wants. Alright, so that's just the beginning part. But like I said, man, the Scarab people will like just be fighting that thing for days, and it's super funny when you look back on it.
Oh, thank the light. I didn't think we had other Guardians on patrol here.
Alright,
Listen,
this.
my fire
If
team's
you guys
missing.
play, you guys can watch it. The story, Bungie does a great job on stories. They just kill it. And if you look at the lore of this game, I think it's like 10 years of lore to watch or listen to. There's YouTube videos that are like 4 hours with all the history of this. But alright, we'll head into this next part.
There's a
Once
weapon
again,
in that
every time you
locker.
kind of finish
Probably
stuff,
not good for
loot,
you. Grab it and head to my location.
and you get another weapon. Now with this, so anything that's gray or blue is just going to be garbage, or green. But we'll take a look here. So it goes from, wow, they gave me a weapon that's actually worse. So the power level is the 1803. It's how strong the weapon is. But they gave me a weapon that is 1750, which is way worse than that. And basically what happens is you take all these weapons and all your armor, and it averages it out and gives you this total power. So you, especially at the beginning of the game, you just want to keep taking whatever armor, whatever weapons you can get, and just keep bumping up. So we are going to just run this as it is. We're not going to use this one, even though it's a little bit better. But the power level is so bad, it's not even worth it. So, and you will spend a lot of time on this screen, as you will see as time goes on here. So, and this is your artifact. This comes with the seasonal pass. So, for right now, we'll kind of skip that and just keep doing what we're doing right now.
I'll scan for signals from my jump ship. I need you to be my eyes on the ground.
I'm not used to this jump. I'm used to like the Titan or the Warlock still. Alright, so
causing interference.
get here.
My scanner's shot.
Top.
I might be doing this the old-fashioned way.
Analyzing.
Alright,
I've
so
got a
now it gives
source
us
for
a
the
new point,
interference.
so it's over there,
Let's
and
check
it'll
it out.
tell us. We're gonna go find the source, so we'll go see what these guys are up to. And so, in the left there it says Schism, it says find your source, so we'll go do that. And that's where we're running, where this waypoint is, and go fight these guys.
Get the fallen off that thing.
closer to that antenna.
Alright, so this you have, gonna
Stolen
need
CD tech has been
protected.
spliced in here.
Shouldn't be that
That's
hard.
scrambling your scans.
Fallen
But yeah,
can't
this is
resist
like
tinkering
the
with old scrap.
representation of this game, like when you first started, and the way that this is.
will take
It's
a minute
really
to fix.
slow. You know, they drop like, you know, they're gonna drop like a couple guys here, you know. And
Hold them off while I
it's
work
pretty
on
easy, so you can end up playing this and just feel like, oh, is this it? Like, this is so like boring. I'm fighting like 5 people at a time, you know. So when you play the more higher content, it's something else.
Signal restored.
Damn. Our team signals are missing, and the last known locations are nowhere near each other. They wouldn't split up unless things got real bad. I'll track Cass. You find Maeve. Sending coordinates now.
Let's see where they send us now. Alright, so now they're gonna send us over there. So these green blocks here, these are going to be to load your special weapon, which is your energy weapon here, and it has the green little bullets next to the power level. These are gonna stock that weapon. So you can run out. So you know you can't just be always using them. But as the game goes on, the more you do, there's ways to get more of it while you're playing and while you're fighting enemies. That there's like mods that you can put on your armor that'll help you get those weapons, or get those, not those weapons, but that ammo.
Myths say the Fallen once lived in the Traveler's Grace, but something happened. The Traveler left them, and that brought ruin to their civilization. They've come all this way chasing what they lost, hoping to get it back, or take it from us.
Yeah, so when you first start this game, it feels like you're just kind of doing some chores. You know, go here, run over there. It gets a little bit better, but it's definitely not like when you jump into other parts of this game. So like I said, bear with it. Get through the tough, like the kind of more mundane things that this game does at the beginning, as it tries to show you how the game works, and then it ends up being a pretty legit game. Yeah, I think the thing it kept bringing me back to it was what a beautiful game it really is.
Looks like the Fallen want to
and
keep
this
us
level
out.
doesn't really show it.
Or keep something in. There's worse than dregs in old Russia.
Some levels
Let's
that
check
are
out the
crazy.
control unit.
Let's see.
This is locked down with adaptive encryption. We'll need access
Also, the
keys
worst part
to
is every time
bypass
you
it.
try a new character or start a
Fallen
new character,
salvagers
you
might
have
have
to
some.
do all this again. So it's pretty yeah. So now run all the way back. So we got our waypoint. We'll head that way. So come here. Alright, so we're gonna download this.
That's one key. We need
Alright.
2 more.
And that's the other thing, this game's got tons of like jump puzzles, or just especially when you get into raids and dungeons and stuff like that. It just really it's the amount that you end up having to do with the things you gotta unlock is pretty cool. Alright, so we'll pick up this thing. You're jamming in here. Now, I have friends who play this anymore because they get motion sickness when it goes to third person. There's something about it that just makes them sick. I don't know. Maybe they're old. I don't know. So you end up doing this like 2 or 3 times.
That's all the keys we need. I should be able to break the encryption now.
Alright, did I get this reloaded? Yeah, I did. Yeah, so you're heavy if you, depending on your controller. So if you're playing on PlayStation or Xbox, it would be your top, which is triangle, is your power weapon, and these store your power weapon. So same thing, they can run out like the other that had the suit, I forget what you call it. That's your heavy ammo. The other one is special ammo. So both those ammos you don't have infinite, whereas like this gun here has an infinite symbol next to it, so you never run out. But the other ones you're limited.
Shaw, you were right about this barrier. The Fallen were keeping the Hive at bay.
The Maeve is in more trouble than I thought. You need to hurry.
It looks like another room maybe sometimes go into.
This is a powerful surge of arc energy. Whatever's causing it, even transmats won't get through right now. Hive contact.
You gotta watch out for the guys who blow up around here. They're like, got the green heads that glow.
Darkness is suffocating my light.
Okay, so whenever you hit like the end point of a level, it'll have this where you can't respawn when you die, and you'll have to start it over. And in some content, you actually get kicked out completely. So you do have to be a little bit more careful. This isn't going to be that bad.
Maeve signal is just ahead. No. There may still be light left in her ghost. Shaw, I'm sorry. We were too late.
I was too. Cass, I couldn't get to him in time.
There was a
Alright,
Hive
so
wizard,
I think
a powerful
that's-
one. We
Yeah,
tried.
this first
This
part,
isn't on
and
you.
then
You did what you could.
What happens after
We
they
have
get
the
fast
remains of
travel
her
somewhere.
ghost.
She'd appreciate that. You should just head to camp before that wizard comes back.
Alright, so let me see if it lets you fast travel here. Alright, so these three. Oh, I can't do it yet. Okay, let me see. I have to wait for it to go. Oh, okay, the mission's gonna end, and then it'll let me do what I need to do. So normally you can open your map, and anywhere that has these triangles, you can fast travel to. So you have a couple on this map. Alright, so now, yeah, it's going to give me the fast travel option. So, do that. Head to where, I think, what's his name? Shaw. It's almost Sean. Alright, so we'll go here. And then this is kind of where you're introduced to vendors. We'll talk to them a little bit. especially more once you get done and you end up at the tower. But for right now, I'm gonna talk to him.
Even the light
And
has
he's
limits.
like the boy band
Sometimes
of Guardians.
you don't come back.
So
That hive you
skip
saw
him.
was a powerful wizard named Vota.
and
Didn't
so he's
expect to
gonna
run
give
into
us a
something that
weapon
strong.
that is better than
was
the one we
prepared.
had before.
Now it's too late.
All right, and then
Even Cass knew the risks.
now you have
Best way to honor them is to
Bounties
finish
are
the
gonna help
job.
you get extra experience to go through
There's
your
a Golden Age
seasonal
relic,
pass.
a superconductor, and a
To
sealed
give you
chamber
rewards, and then
nearby.
when you get to the tower,
Vanguard
there's
says we can make
rewards
a
on
weapon
top
out
of
of it.
rewards, and understanding how they work
Problem
is actually
is,
really helpful. And
the
you can get
superconductor is
decent
overflowing with
gear,
arc energy.
You can get some different things.
Can't even get near the place.
Especially when you get into
Much less break the lock. We need to find a solution. And
especially when
something
you get
tells
into
me our
the
fallen neighbors
seasonal
know a thing or two
vendors.
about the
They
infrastructure
give you
here.
really good stuff a lot of times, and they have some other
These were my
rewards
fire
that you can
team's
find
assignments.
that aren't just
They're
right
yours
out in the
now.
open, and
Go
they
shake
kind
the
of
tree,
take some time to
see
realize,
what falls
oh,
out.
I can get like a ship if I do this, or I can get a ghost for free if I do this. So, but we'll talk more about that as we get there. But for right now, we're going to pick up these. So, public events. We'll talk about what that is, and so you can see that underneath the public events, it gives you rewards, so you get extra experience, you get glimmer, and glimmer is going to be helpful to upgrade armor and weapons, or just buy things in general when you're at the tower. So we're going to do this,
You got it.
and we're going to do this here, and then the Fallen and pretty much all the enemies are on here,
You
so
got
it's
it.
super easy to take care of. Melee, we're going to go throw some knives at people. Your super,
Affirmative.
which I didn't talk about much, but when you get your super, it ends up wrecking a lot of enemies, unless you totally whiff, and then it's pretty much a joke.
Affirmative.
And then it always has a random one, so you can get a random, and it'll tell you what it is. So, Cosmodrome Slayer, and so, oh, actually, I need to get this too as well.
Need something?
So you have your Lightfall. So we can get the Arbalist with this, and this is going to give you an exotic weapon. And exotic weapons really change what you can do with your character, and they work with your subclass, which can be Solar or Strand or Arc. And so you want to get exotics because they are going to really change how this game is played as you move on. So we'll go ahead and pick this up
Affirmative.
as well. So we got all of those, and so when you get your bounties, if you go and open up your menu here, you go to your quests, and you'll have all your bounties over here on the right. So if you're not sure what you were doing or whatever, you have that. We are doing a Guardian Rises, and you may not always know that this
You seen
doesn't
any
really
VIP
have the
targets
most
out there?
friendly UI, I think, overall, and sometimes navigating it just seems like they're just shoving a bunch of stuff in your face. So this is what we're doing, so we're going to track it, and then if you ever have, like, not sure what you should be doing, because there's times where you track it and the green dot doesn't show up, if you hit triangle, it'll kind of break it down for you here. So right now we're going to go and defeat fallen and recover data straps. And so that's one way that helps, because like I said, sometimes that green marker doesn't show up and you will be looking all over the place trying to figure out what you need to do. And sometimes you can go in here and just, where you see on the bottom it says to launch it, you can just launch it, and kind of not walk around everywhere. So
Burning time here.
with
What do you
that being
need?
said, let's go take care of this first part and go take care of the Taken. Actually, and what we'll do, these here are your public, your patrols, but what we want are the public events, because we got a bounty for a public event, so we'll go find that too. So, see, he gave me a fallen data scrap, and I think we need 20, so now we have 2, so it's not complex by any means, especially when there's like 2 enemies at a time. It's literally like trying to run around and find some at this point. Where when you get later in the game, it seems like you could never get away from any of them because they're everywhere. So, like I said, beginning level, just not it doesn't represent the rest of Destiny all that well. So, we'll just keep looking around. Find whatever we can to shoot, I guess. Here, normally there's quite a bit down here. I know always have these random loot boxes that will give you some glimmer. So you'll find them around. And later on, you can upgrade your ghosts so you know where they're at, and it'll notify you that ones are close. So let's just go find more of these scraps and get this over with real quick. Okay, I need to kill some stuff with melee, so we'll do that. Must be above me. This is a little bit stronger enemy. Actually, we're gonna hit Alright, so I mean, nothing too crazy at this point. Keep looking around. There's no loot box. Expect to see the guys with the glowing heads that blow up everywhere. You actually can die from that a little bit more easily. Because they'll run up behind you and you won't even know they're there. Alright. Let's see. Let's do this real quick and see how many we got. How many we have. And stuff. So it'll tell you kind of where you're at. So we're getting close. I'm just going to die. Alright, so we finished that one. Okay, close to, yeah. So now we go speak with Sean after doing that. And I think, so, and then after you do that, you go back into your quests and it'll have this exclamation mark showing that you completed it. So you just click on it and it gives you some extra experience. So we still need to kill, 24 enemies. Kills with my kinetic weapon, which is kinetic weapons are going to be, oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? When you highlight it just above the blue weapon, it says kinetic weapons, and it uses that primary animal that's just white next to the 1803. That's gonna be your kinetic. So actually what we should do is throw this sniper rifle, because you'll see that it changed our total. So we're at 1663. We're gonna put this weapon on, that's 1800. It's gonna bump us up to 1688. And then this isn't gonna make a difference, but rocket launchers are always a little bit more fun. Alright. I don't think we got any armor. Okay. So let's go head over to Sean. So now you have the blue marker there telling you right there, telling you where you're supposed to go. We'll go talk to him, and he'll give us the next thing we need to go do.
According to that schematic you found, the power grid here is linked to a dormant comms array. That array should be pulling plenty of juice from the grid, but it's offline.
Skip all
If
this.
we spin it up, it might stop the overload and get us to the superconductor.
This
Trick is, we need to be at two places at once to reboot.
Overall.
The array itself
Kill more
and the power
hive,
station.
do precision.
To top it,
And let's see.
stay loose.
Yeah.
Never know when things will heat up.
Necessarily run that right now because I'm gonna be running a sniper rifle and a scout rifle. I guess
The more guardians out here, the better.
All right. We'll do it anyway. All right. Let's go do what we need to go do. So, all right. So we have our nav point right there, and later on you get a speeder, you don't have to run everywhere. Actually, like also. Now you gotta see a shielded one. Throw a grenade at it. You also see when you hit the yellow numbers, it means you hit headshots, so it's taking more damage. So, saw that, wasn't sure what exactly that was. Alright. It is a lot nicer when you get a speeder, though. Let me tell you that, instead of, you know, cross country and the whole map here. I don't know if you know it's over here, maybe. Yeah, there we go. We'll just take one of those. They're just clanky. Oh yeah, you see these plants too. I think this. Oh no, that's some other dude's speeder. Never mind. You know what I'm saying. We'll see him. Oh, look like that. See, these are. Just pick this stuff up. It'll give you experience. So, all right, so it'll send me here, and this is where it starts like a campaign mission, and so. What'll be funny is you start this way, you end up in the same place. So now we'll start this. So yeah, we started
to get that array operational to balance the power grid. I can reboot it from the station out here, but not while the systems are in lockdown.
How can we help?
Find the central terminal. You can patch me in from there.
This is a Golden Age facility, lost during the collapse hundreds of years ago. It's amazing parts of it are still functioning. If Shaw's right, activating the array should stop this arc energy from overloading.
So this is where we started before, so you can go back into the same area.
Hive nest in the shadows.
Those are the guys that watch out for those. These guys are.
The fallen are territorial, more concerned with survival than war. The Hive live for conflict.
They'll
in their
run,
minds,
yeah, they'll run
all
right
things
up on
have
you.
to earn the
Just-
right to exist
It's
through
just,
victory and
next
combat.
thing you know, you're just dying. Yeah, see? There they are. Look for a second, next thing you know. Wait, what am I doing? Alright. Yeah, so you basically get in with level, and it's like really not that hard. And then you play the later stuff, and nothing dies. They're all bullet sponges, you know. Alright, so this is back where we left off, where we found. And this is one of those missions where you have to wait
We're
forever.
blocked. Power fluctuations caused a lockdown.
Yeah, all right. I'm on it. Sit tight.
Hive, incoming.
Stay in one piece. I'll have you out soon.
I just missed every shot. Wow, that was pathetic. Scout rifle, front line range, so, you know, be better.
you need backup?
I can take the heat, but I'm pinned down.
So I think we just go save
Make a
Shaw
splash.
again. Like
Cause
over
some
and over.
mischief. Get the brood to clear out of here.
What kind of mischief?
How about the loud kind?
The Hive are drawing power from that ritual.
Alright, so this way, go these. There's, I think, 3 points. Here for a minute. So yeah, now we joined the public event. And this is where you can get some extra blue armor, sometimes exotic straw. Not a whole lot, but it does happen. Oh, these things are hell right here. Just later on in the game. Just
Alright now. Whatever you're doing is turning heads. Keep it up.
Hive contact increasing.
no, I don't do it. Many of your finishers are always cool. Yeah, there's those guys. Alright, so we need to go to Peter Revenant Key. He is down here. This is one of those spots I remember kind of like running around, trying to figure out where I was supposed to go. Didn't realize it was down here. Oh, maybe it's not down here. What do I know?
That got a response.
Alright, so now we're just gonna defeat the Hive, which are all these guys.
Shaw, whatever you're doing is working.
Yeah, well, I'm still stuck in the subsystems. They aren't pulling enough juice. Get to the control room and reboot the main dish. It's the only way we'll draw enough power.
The invisible ones. There they are. Yeah, when I first played this part was pretty intense, but I didn't know what I was doing. But it's really not that bad.
There's the control panel.
So it's another one that you're gonna hack in,
Accessing
guard everything.
Okay, you'll need to negotiate
and we have
between
a bunch
crypto
of ships
systems
flying in
and
from
verify the security lattice.
Done. Breach layer restored. Master array launch queued.
All right then. Rerouting power your way.
Right, so there's a bunch of drop ships that are gonna come down, and we'll deal with them. Eventually,
The
something's gonna
array.
fall down.
It's operational. Shaw? What did... Detecting a large hive swarm incoming. The array's signal is too powerful. It's drowning our comms. We're on our own.
So there's all sorts of enemies that you fight
Hive
here. You have the
ships.
Hive, which are these guys. You have the Fallen. You have the Cabal. There's like a whole bunch of different enemies. There's a whole bunch of different stories. It's pretty quite a bit of stuff in this game. But if you just like playing a game and don't really care, then it doesn't matter. This might be the last wave. Yeah, so see how this thing shoots? Yeah, this is awful. Not so bad. Later on though, you have like 2 or 3 of those and they just melt your life bar. It's literally awful. Alright, so I think that's it. I think that's the end of this mission right here. See what it says. Yeah.
Do you read? You still with me?
We're alive.
I shouldn't have put you in that position. When you dropped off comms, I thought...
We're all right, Shaw.
Yeah, you thought you killed
The
another
Hive are
person?
retreating.
Good job, Shaw.
Did it work?
Checking.
Good job, Shaw.
Looks like it. Levels are dropping
Alright,
across the
so
grid.
that's the end of this
Just
part.
need to
We'll go
unlock
on
the
to
chamber
another
now
part
and
of the
we can
mission.
finish this. Get
But
back to camp before Navota makes another appearance.
those were a couple of things where I got stuck back when I first started playing, and other people I knew got stuck. So, alright, now you can do your fast travel again. Head back to Shaw. He's got his pinpoint here. And apparently I can't do it at this second. I have to wait the whole 19 seconds to do this. Yeah, it looks like it. And so we'll just stand around for 10 seconds. But anyway, you end up doing these later, and they're called strikes, and you do it more like on legendary or like higher level, and it is just a whole different game than what we're doing right now, where it just is, they drop like 5 people, take a couple shots at them. Like I said, this game is way better than this first level, and so just got to power through some of it. But see what Shaw has for us. And what's cool is when things are loading, you can also go into your menus, which a lot of games don't let you do. So that's actually one of my favorite things, is that if you're in between loading screens, you can you can change things on your character or see what you've achieved on your quests, and it's just great that way, instead of being stuck in a stupid loading screen half your life. But actually, on that, there's a bunch. We had all those quests earlier when we got the bounties, so it looks like we've done a whole bunch of them now. So we can clear these out, give you extra progress to level yourself up. Once again, if you get lost, you can always go to the one that we have marked, take a look at it, see what's happening, it's tracked, what we should do if you get kind of lost. So just keep heading towards this nav point and see what's going on now. If you see these, just pick them up, give you some extra XP. I should probably pick up this one. It's like, I don't have that yet. Just gonna walk over this way. Yeah, but, yeah, the other parts of this game, if you were playing this, you don't really have parts like this where you walk for long periods of time, check out the nice waterfall, whatever. Most of the time, there's just stuff going on everywhere. You're doing some kind of jump puzzle, or there's just always something going on. So, like I said, this is just a little bit slow. Alright, is this the... Probably they have these little nodes up in the area. You gotta collect all of them. Wait. Oh, I hate my life right now. Can't believe I did that. Could have just fast traveled. So anyway, you can go in here, you can check your stuff out while you're in between screens, see where you are on your pass, or like things that are going on for your seasonal challenges, which we haven't really gotten into. Until you get there, then you at least can do something besides watch a loading screen. Alright, so we get some more loot. Now we got a vehicle, which is going to be nice because you were watching me run like a moron, and
the city needs new blood like you.
Gotta keep you safe. Before you think about doing something reckless,
so it takes
there's
speed
only
to go
one
to the
access key
point.
for that chamber.
And like this, it's all the first mission
If I
stuff.
make it out, I look forward to working with you again. If
Get
not,
through this, and
I left you a sparrow. Take it,
do some
get out
other
of here.
things before
Get
you
to
head
the
on
last
to
city.
some of
Shahan,
the other missions,
over
and you
down.
can get some of your extra subclasses.
Do this. Navota is still out there. She
Subclasses
already
are really
destroyed 2
important
guardians.
as time goes on,
This is
and
bad. Shaw
you would
said
really
he
want
took
to take
the
the time
only
to do
key.
that, and also
But
do
he
some
can't have searched
crafting,
the whole
which
Cosmodrome.
we'll talk about where
There
you
has to be more.
where you have to go to start
I
that
can
in
check
order to
his
get weapon
archived
crafting, which
location
is super
data.
helpful later
He
on.
was recently doing something
as
out on the Forgotten
you
Shore.
become more
Let's start searching there.
familiar with
Sending
how the game
coordinates.
works, how the weapons work, how the armor works. So, for now, just do the chores that Shaw keeps sending you on. Yeah, when I first started playing this, I was like so lost for a long time, and I've read a lot of people that they seem to have the same issue, and I understand. Like I came back to this several times from 2018 to like 2023, and just kind of didn't really know what to do. Didn't know people that played it, um, and like I said, once I got into Lightfall and played with a couple people because I had some friends who bought the expansion, it just changed the whole game for this. And I really would actually suggest if you end up playing a little bit, wait for one of the DLCs to go on sale, like Witch Queen or any of them, because some of them go on sale for like $10, and play through a campaign, and it'll really kind of help you enjoy the game even more. So definitely, if you end up playing a little bit, put in $10, check it out. I think playing the campaigns will really help.
I can't reach Shaw in
Kind
comms.
of enjoying what
Votar
this
gets
is
to him
really all
first.
about.
We need to find another key and access that chamber. Fast.
Eventually, it'll give me a
There's
point
some
of
old
where I'm
caches
going.
nearby. Let's start there.
So we need to find this key. Not sure exactly. I can't remember if it tells you where to go, but you just walk around like a... Walk around. Let's see. Oh yeah, those things, terrible. Right, so I thought I was going to move some caches, so... Hang with both people. Apparently we don't get loot, so that's cool. Go look around somewhere else. And see, this is one of those things that you just kind of have to like wander around. So we're going. This loose cache is already taken to one of the other players, so let's go. Let's see. Guy on fire. Normally the game doesn't leave you kind of hanging like this. It's always, I remember being stuck here for a while. See now, all these loot caches are... it's not that. So that's a public event, and you would think it's that, but it's actually not. So, this is... Okay, so let's go to this, check this. Alright, so this is one of those things where you can launch it and it's like you can actually move on. So it's saying when you press triangle and go into the details of what the mission is, sometimes you can just launch it. And sometimes it just leaves you like that where you're just running around and you don't really know what you're supposed to be doing. That is a spot I remember playing back when I first started. And I just stopped playing because I had no idea what in the world I was supposed to be doing, or it was giving me a pinpoint. I couldn't find what I was looking for. And so there's just some things that it just kind of sucks at the beginning, trying to figure out what in the world you're doing in this game. Alright, so do this. Now we have a nav point up in our top left telling us where to go. So even though there's enemies everywhere, instead you can go, okay, now I know where we're going. So go ahead and go do that real quick. It seems to be underneath me because it's, the arrow's being kind of weird. Yeah. So you kind of run this one, you just kind of keep going back over the places that you've been. If I could shoot this marauder, it'd be super rad. I can't remember if I picked up anything as time has gone on here. I think I saw the same janky weapons. Okay. Oh my god, this scout rifle, bro. Single shot. I mean, just be better, I get it. So, that was that part. I'm not using my sniper rifle because it's just ridiculous. Pick up a plant. Apparently it's easier for me to shoot things when they're visible. I can't remember if this is where you end up fighting the witch. No, I don't think it is. So kind of back where we started before for a little while. I think this actually leads to a campaign flag, if I remember correctly. Yep. All right, next part. Hopefully, if you're new, this will help with some questions you may have. But
I can't reach Shaw on comms. Navota gets to him first. We need to find another key and access that chamber, fast. There's some old caches nearby. Let's start there.
alright, so
No key, but I'm
we talked
detecting
about this
residual
earlier. You're
particles
gonna get stuff
consistent with cache
really at
alloys.
the beginning of the game. The stats
more
don't
chests
really
here
matter
once.
because
They must have been stolen by Fallen or
you're at
Hive.
such a low power.
There's a particle
it's the
trail
beginning
leading
of
to
the
a
game.
nearby cave. Sending
You're gonna
coordinates
go up
now.
to 1750 instead of we're at 1688. You'll go to 1750, which is called the soft cap, and then from there, like getting your power level up to 1800 gets a little bit more difficult. And a lot of times you'd worry about these stats as you're getting weapons and armor. The kind of rule of thumb for the most part is that you want resilience and discipline, because resilience is going to keep you from dying. So if you take a look here, resilience is the amount of damage you can take. So that's one of your main ones because it's resilience. It keeps you from dying. The other one is discipline. It helps you have your grenades come back, because it isn't like other games where you just keep throwing grenades or pick them up. Instead, they have a cooldown. So those are the two, but I know a lot of times with certain builds, especially with hunters, they'll use mobility. That'll be one of the stats they'll jump into, and then like there are other things like we talked about when we were doing character creation with the Titan. Sometimes they have a melee build, and so you might get some armor with the melee being a little bit stronger. So, but the main, like these three in the middle here, your resilience, your recovery, this is how fast your health comes back, and your discipline are like normally the three stats that everybody tries to get the most stats in their armor. So in this particular case, like I said, it really doesn't matter because it's the beginning of the game. You're just trying to get your power level up. So we're going to go ahead and put on this helmet. We went up to 1713, and we're just going to keep putting weapons on. And then Destiny's smart. It knows your armor and your weapons, and just knows to, even if it's just in your inventory, like over in these side queues, it's going to take that armor and average it out. But you do want to try to have your highest power weapons and armor equipped. So we're going to do that. We're at 1713, so we're moving right along. So now let's go to these, wherever they got us going here. So we have another nav point over here. Look around. We're going. This looks like that cave we were going into earlier. Even though they're open, they're letting me open them now. I don't know why I wasn't doing it earlier. So
Still no key.
all right, so
I'm reading 2 other
it's
particle
above
trails
the
on my tracker.
1800. One's a machine gun. Wait, here we go. Fusion rifle. Yeah, it's better than what I'm running right now. So I don't really want to run with a sniper rifle and a scout rifle. So that'll actually be a little bit better.
Check your weapons.
Yeah, so
I'm reading a cluster of high bioenergetics.
Points so we'll find these things. And like any really
Some
good game,
encryption code on this data pad, but
it's always going to be the
incomplete.
last place that you go
Careful.
that you actually get
I'm
the stuff that
detecting
you're
a
looking
high
for.
density of fallen
this
weapon
is that,
signatures nearby.
that thing. It's telling you it's pretty terrible, especially in higher game content. It's nice when everybody killed everybody already. You know, just walk around.
Got it. This has enough code fragments for me to generate a new authorization. I need to boost my signal for the key to register, though. I'm reading a concentration of energy in the moth yards. Might be what we need. I've marked your tracker.
Actually, maybe I can just fast travel where I need to go real fast. Where I need. Actually, I don't really know where it's sending me, to be honest. Oh, this is okay. Yeah, this is a mission where you have to go get these little, like, they look like little pieces of energy that you have to go grab real quick. So do that real fast.
This area's full
Yeah,
of
you're right.
ionized superconductor energy. It must have dispersed when we activated the array. I can use this to amplify my signal. Let's collect the charges. I still can't reach Shaw. We need to hurry.
I think I'm gonna make that jump. Teaser. I thought there was another one up here. Guess not. Oh my god. I swear I don't know what she just died, but everybody said that.
Here we go. Starting recursive analysis.
Alright, so now we got these things.
Thread
Now we can
complete.
figure out where we need to go
I am
from
now
there.
authorized.
Alright.
Let's hurry.
Now you kind of go back to where you started again. It's like, hey, I did this before. Let's do it again. Okay. Now watch out, he's stuck in them. Okay.
This place is brimming with hive magic. That explains why transmats were blocked.
And so, like I said before, when this shows up, you die, and then you end up having to start the whole thing again. It's not the worst thing.
Eyes up,
It is
Guardian.
when, you know, it kicks you out of level. There she is.
Navota's gone. Wherever she went, I can't detect her anymore. But I've got a lock on Shaw's ghost. Let me help him.
Alright. So that's that part of the
Shaw,
level.
are you all right?
What?
Oh, now I get supercharged.
What are you doing
That
here?
would've been kind of helpful earlier.
We couldn't let you do this alone.
Navota?
She's still alive. Somewhere. We did enough to force her to retreat.
You bought her off? All right then. I'm sorry I left you behind. After Cass and Maeve, I was just afraid to lose anyone else.
So were we. That's why we followed you.
Nobody likes to be sidelined. I'm glad you were here. I owe you. The prize is yours. Superconductor is over there. Grab it and meet back at camp.
So
For real this time.
now we get this. And then we'll go meet Shaw again. And so our new objective. Right.
I can feel the arc light coursing through this. No wonder the Vanguard want to make a weapon with it. Let's head back to
Fast
camp
travel.
and then the last city. Home.
Alright, so what do we get here? Is it another sniper rifle? Ugh. Okay. But it's not higher, so I'm not going to use it. Alright. Maybe now I can fast travel. I still can't fast travel. Alright, so this is probably getting pretty close to the end of the first mission overall. How many steps does it have? So it's a 10 of 20. So, and that's kind of a nice thing too. It'll tell you what you need to do, how many steps you have left. So it's definitely, once kind of knowing how to navigate through some of that stuff really does help. Because there's just so many times you just don't know where you're going, what you need to do real quick. And so we'll talk to Shaw again. He'll tell us a story.
Hey. Thanks for the assist.
'Cause,
Again.
you know, he's gonna give us this janky ship
Wish
right
you
here.
stumbled in a day earlier. Might have gone differently. Maybe Cass and Maeve. I'm just glad the light chose you. I've got new orders to stick around and scout Navota's brood.
All right. So now we have our next part. So we're gonna go to the tower. I believe is the next
Which
thing
one
it
was
told us to
I?
do. Yeah, travel to the tower. All right. So if you're new to Destiny, you're gonna spend a lot of time at the tower. This is gonna be like one of your main places. So we're gonna head there. It's got the green nav point above it. We're gonna head there. Once again, you have this triangle. It's going to give you, this is where you can land. You can go either side. So we're going to go here. It's going to give us our next mission. And we're going to go ahead and do that. I would talk through more of the tower, but I'm going to do that in the next video. I'm just kind of talking through bounties, vendors, just everything that the tower has to offer. So for right now, we're just going to keep heading on to this single player campaign. So just, if you're new, you can figure it out because there's so many times, like I said, you just might end up a little bit lost. So, but we'll head to the tower, have it do what we need to do, and then we'll go and do this next part. But while we're doing that, take a look at some other stuff. So it has your quests from all categories. So you have your featured quests from all categories, and so you're gonna, it'll kind of give you these things that you can do, and what happens is you can end up having, especially on something like this, you can have all this filled up, and you just kind of, especially as a new player, you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I have all these lists of things to do, and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. So like I said, this can get really full and really confusing. But you know, typically you're going to have this, especially as a new player, you're just going to have a Guardian Rises. You may have Lightfall on there. It may even show you some other campaigns. There's always this seasonal battle pass. I know it's not called a battle pass, but that's what a lot of games call it. And you have that, and this is going to have your seasonal challenges. So you can end up having all these challenges everywhere and not really sure where to go. So for now, this is the one we were working on. This is the one we're doing. And we're just going to keep pushing through this. And then it's actually going to give you some quests for exotics that also give you subclasses. Your subclasses are here. I think when you first start playing as a new player, you don't have even these two. You have to do some quests to unlock them. And I would really suggest doing that because you want the Void build, you want the Arc build, and really like, I really like Arc, even though it's never meta. I think it's one of the more fun ones to play, especially with the Warlock and the Titan. I haven't played a lot of the Hunter, so I'm still a newer player like some people, but I've thought the Arc was a lot of fun when I played with the other ones. But when you play the higher content, it was rare that it was ever something that you could run on the higher content. So let's go. This is the tower. So we were actually here. Where was sending me? So this is it here. We're just gonna. We made it to the tower. Now you're gonna go and launch from here onto this. As you're playing as well, you're gonna have these like guardian commendations and triumphs. This one you're gonna get while you are playing events with other people, and they'll give you cards when you're done, and it'll boost it. You can get some rewards for that.
The last survivors of humanity's collapse call the city home.
Has a whole bunch of extra stuff that you can do. There's extra goals. Some of them give rewards. So right now the Wishbearer is for the seasonal content that's
to defend them and to reclaim our lost worlds.
So,
we're here. The Traveler. The last city.
Alright, so we'll skip this. Keep pushing forward on this. Let's see what it does. Let's see, we'll go back to what I was looking at. It was on this screen. Never mind, it's gonna kick me out.
Welcome to the Tower, and the last safe city of humanity. I've been here many times over the years. I'm glad you finally get to see it.
So when you get to the tower,
it's
going to have you talk to everybody. Even if you played the game before, it's going to make you do it again.
New wings, no waiting.
Alright, so all you had to do is talk to her. Now we have our next step. We're going to go find Zavala. Zavala, you end up talking to
nice, isn't it? It's good to have somewhere that feels like home.
I don't think it lets you fast
For me,
travel either.
this is it.
You to lock the whole tower.
Okay, next up is tower security. We've had an increase in Guardians sneaking in contraband since a fellow called the Drifter arrived. So Vanguard Command instituted a check for first-timers.
You have to sit here and wait for the screen to go down.
Looks like the superconductor's Golden Age tech triggered some warnings. I'm clearing it with security.
To stop talking.
Commander Zavala would like to meet you in person. I'll lead you to him. Zavala leads the entire Vanguard, the group that supports all Guardian operations. Lately, he spends more time commanding troops than fighting on the front lines. But he placed some of the first stones in the wall we're standing on. Zavala thinks every life in the city is his responsibility. Even a Guardian has trouble bearing that kind of weight. He's going to need your help.
And so it's kind of cool because the Traveler isn't
Up there in the sky,
anymore.
That's the Traveler.
Because of the way that the story went.
It's where I
came
from.
It's kind of crazy to walk
where the
up
light
there
you
and he's
wield came from.
The Traveler's actually there.
Ah, it's you.
Hey, let's get
the
this
one
guy.
that saved Shaw. Thank you for that.
Right,
Your
he's
ghost
gonna
has
send
been
me
looking for
something
you for
else.
a long time. I'm glad he finally found you. And now you found the light. The Traveler entrusted us with this power, so you were...
So now,
Zavala doesn't usually talk that much. You should take that as a compliment. I've marked his office on your tracker.
Good to have you
Careful
back.
not to break anything in there, and don't touch his music.
where's the bonus gift? So we'll find out.
Strength and light.
Yeah, so like I said, one of the things with it too is that when you play your new character every time when you start, you have to do all this all over again.
This is a Vanguard service weapon, but it's from Zavala's personal collection. Shaw must have talked you up quite a bit. Or maybe Zavala saw something in you.
So it's kind of nice
Where
to
to
have an
next?
auto rifle again.
Oh,
so we'll
you
run
should
that.
head to the bazaar. That's where we'll find Ikora.
Yeah, wait for the elevator. you, you just run there and just die. It's pretty funny when you're new and you don't realize that. Ikora ends up having all the stuff that you need.
Ikora Ray is the Warlock Vanguard.
as far as your subclasses.
She leads the tower's warlocks, like
so
Zavala
she
leads the Titans.
you end up talking to her quite a
She
bit,
does a
especially as a
little
new
bit of
player.
everything, guiding the Warlock orders in research and development, enemy reconnaissance, and internal affairs.
Welcome home, Guardian. I heard your journey to the last city was an eventful
And
one.
you get a new ghost.
It may not feel like it now,
Let's
but the
see here.
tribulations you faced were a blessing. A Guardian's path is one of hardship and peril.
So it'll kind of give you what to
The
do.
Traveler's
so we're gonna do
gifts
this
paved the way,
and acquire
but the
that.
road is still a hard one to walk.
Let's see what,
Shah Han told me what
Once
you
you buy
experienced in the...
you gotta
Be
come
well.
over here. You just back off a little bit and then you meditate. Right?
Your wilting loyalty to the Vanguard is not going unnoticed.
Let's see.
Always nice to see Ikora.
So
While we're
this will
over
cost
here,
you quite
we
a
should
big
check in
glimmer.
with the Drifter.
This is
You
where
may
you
be
get
wondering who
into
leads the hunters.
your subclass abilities,
See, we
and
lost
this
Cade
is where you
6,
really
our
start to
hunter
grow in
Vanguard,
strength.
a while back, killed by a man named
so,
Aldrin Sov.
Let's take a look
It
at
was a difficult time. Now no hunter wants to take his place. Being a hunter has
You might
its
end up winning
challenges.
all three of these.
You'll find that
You're
out
gonna find
yourself
things,
soon enough.
Then take it.
That different builds that have different like mixes of all these things, and you'll find some that you like and don't like. Right now, I'm gonna keep that. My jump, I think that doesn't bother me. I am gonna pick up fusion grenades.
Yes, of course.
And solar,
Yes, of course.
and then you get into your aspects and fragments. So these you're gonna just want to pick up all of these if you can. Now you may not have enough glimmer at this point, but you want to make it a point to pick them all up, and then you have all these fragments.
Very well.
You're gonna have to do some research on this because there are build videos. People like Matix and Plunder to Booty. They make videos of like builds and just how they work.
May it serve you well.
And
Guardian.
there's just, you're going to want to know how to do some of this because it really makes a difference as far as like what you can do, how powerful you become. It's just, it's pretty dope. You get into this part and it's a whole nother game. So, Char, Sinjin, Resolve. I think I'll get Sinjin. I think for right now, I don't really have it. And then, you know,
Come back soon.
we were talking about exotics briefly earlier. Your exotics are going to make
Your
all these
wilting
things
loyalty
even
to the
better.
Vanguard
So
is
your
not
exotic
going
and your
unnoticed.
armor is going to work into your your subclass. Your subclass is going to work with it, and your weapons are going to work with it. You have solo weapons that work with your subclass, and it just turns into a whole thing. So for right now, actually won't even let me do anything. It still won't let me do anything. So let me see. What it will let me change my grenade. No. What about? It will let me do that.
I'll take it.
So like Gambler's Dodge, it's
You
gonna,
have questions?
it's gonna, when I dodge next to enemies, it's taking back my melee ability. So we're gonna do that. Do that, and then we'll go to wherever it's telling me to go now. Oh, that's right. Talking and forgot. So let's see here. Now I should be able to add these things. Yeah.
If you expect us to trust you,
That's impossible.
we expect you to do the same.
Now I should
It's that simple.
pick that up. Grab that as well.
Welcome.
Maybe. Let's go. What was I looking for? I was looking for this. Oh, okay. We'll talk about that when I get there. All right.
Our
At least we got more
light
stuff.
is
All right, we'll go
stronger
to the
than
drifter.
ever.
And like I said, I'll unpack all this stuff because they're going to open up a whole bunch of more stuff once you come back to the tower after doing a couple things. And the stuff that we saw with Shaw with like the bounties and the rewards, it's going to be way more in depth, and it's easier to have those menus in front of you for you to look at them.
Hey, look alive, hotshot. Come back alive, brother.
See,
now we'll
the
go
thing
speak
about
to
Drifter
Banshee.
is, he's unique. Let's leave it at that.
And Banshee's the weapons dealer. Sometimes he has like really good weapons, and you can buy them, and it'll be really helpful as a new player. It happens from time to time. If you're a new player, there's a
Anyway,
website called
Zavala's asking
Like
us to visit the
GG
gunsmith
that you
next.
want to get.
His name is
And
Banshee44, our
it will
resident
help you
firearms
understand
expert.
what weapons are good and what weapons are not.
Guardian.
But there's like all these third-party websites for people when they start. So now let's see. It was
Good
Raul.
place. Worth
Last
fighting
stop is
for.
Master Rahul, the Tower Cryptarch. That's short for crypto-archaeologist.
Alright, and now go back to Zavala.
That about wraps it up. There are still people in the tower to meet, but you can do that at your own pace. Zavala sent me a message saying he has a mission ready for you. Check in with him if that sounds interesting, or we can just explore.
Alright,
In any
so
case, I'm
just
with you
moving
till
on
the end.
here.
You take the lead.
And it's going to send you on a strike. So if you're a new player, strikes are they are portions of campaign levels that you get to play, and you can play them at a higher level. In this case, we won't be playing them at a higher level yet, but they give you rewards. Sometimes they give you exotic weapons. Sometimes they give you oh, I think did it just start it? It can give you exotic weapons. It can also give you just better armor that is increase your armor power, your overall power level. And so, let me see, is it just sending it on me, or do I need to do it? Okay, so let's talk about this menu. So we came out of the tower. These are all the places you can go. And in this particular case, this is the Vanguard. Vanguard has strikes, and you have your normal Vanguard ops, which you can do, and you can see your reward is a powerful gear, which will help you increase your overall power. You just have to do 3 of them. They normally take... the low tier ones should only take like 15 minutes. This one here will give you pinnacle gear, which pinnacle gear is even higher stat armor to increase your power level after you hit that soft cap we talked about at 1750. And then you have this one. This is the Grandmaster Nightfall, and that's like some of the hardest content in the whole game. You really need to have some people with you know what they're doing. But for the story mode and what we're doing, we're just going to do this one here that it's sending us on. So we'll go ahead and take care of that. And then when you're on your menu, on this menu, let me see something real quick. Alright, so I'm going to do the strike and go from there. So this is, what step is this in the quest? So we're at 20 of 20, so this is the last of the Guardian Rises. So once we get done with this, you'll be done with all the new light stuff. So this is the last piece, which it's right back where we started.
Strength over all else. When you and Shaw forced Navota to flee, weakened her position.
She'll be desperate for victory to regain her footing.
And your first speed is
That
always
desperation makes her a threat in the Cosmodrome and beyond. This is a worthy challenge for you, Guardian.
Cass and Maeve gave their final deaths fighting Navota. That can't be for nothing.
It won't be. High Runes value strength over all else. When you and Shaw forced Navota to flee, weakened her position.
Steady. I know how those nerves feel. Pack it away. Eyes down the sights. She'll be desperate for victory to regain her footing.
That desperation makes her a threat in the Cosmodrome and beyond. This is a worthy challenge for you, Guardian.
Cass and Maeve gave their final deaths fighting Navota. That can't be for nothing.
It won't be.
When you're playing with other people, you want to pick up these rewards. They're going to help you get your stuff back. Your power is on the bottom left corner.
Fallen raiding party ahead. They don't seem thrilled about Navota's presence.
They don't appreciate yours.
I'm reading dense hive signatures in a facility up ahead.
Devota is gathering a swarm.
We might be walking into a trap.
That's the gig. We carry the light where no one else can.
And so like I was saying, I'm trying to keep this without going into, there's something called a vault, and you can get weapons across characters, which is super helpful to like build your character up. But I'm trying to keep it as much as possible to what you do, like if you were a new player, like you would have this gun, you'd have this kind of, they're not the best weapons. The people around you may play with a lot better stuff. So, but
Out the rest
you'd
of
have the
Devota's
janky
hiding
speeder.
spots. She's got nowhere to run.
A well-crafted snare.
I'm just doing my part. It's in your hands now, Guardian. All right, take her down.
First play this is really hard because I just didn't do anything to fight this thing. She should set it in the second part. Grab some ogres coming in.
thanks to you.
Couldn't have done it without you, Shaw.
So that literally is
Maybe.
the last
Don't
part
sell yourself short.
of,
I see a spark in you, Guardian. Make sure you keep it safe. Don't let it get to your head,
original
okay?
quest when
This
you
is
first
only
started
the
the
beginning
game.
of your story.
Excellent work. Return to the tower.
right? And that is how you end this. So the next night we're gonna go through the tower bounties, stuff like that. So for this, and now you can reward people. And this can get you some gear later on. Where he left. Make this guy an ally. Get your results. You want to create orbs, which are those black and white things on the ground, but that comes later. So for right now, we're gonna head back to orbit. So,
Novota is no more. And you have continued to impress us with your ongoing...
Alright, so we'll skip through this. Eventually we'll get to the tower. So anyway, those are the first 20 steps of the opening Guardian mission. The one, when I first started playing, I got stuck on, was the one right before the nav points. Here, so let's take a look. So we got a new shell, and when you go into your new shell, it's gonna have these things that you can use. We'll go into that later. Everything's 1800.
Gotta be a better way.
We haven't gotten any more armor, apparently. So this is gonna be the postmaster. This guy specifically, if your inventory's full, can't pick it up, he will have it, or maybe you didn't see it, like when you were fighting and something dropped and you didn't know it. Destiny's great because it will just put it to the postmaster if you didn't pick it up, so it's not like if you miss something, like it's gone forever. So
Checking now.
let's see. Okay, so we got some engrams.
Check.
Now engrams are going to give you weapons, armor. Sometimes they have to be decoded.
Check.
So you may pick them up and they don't do what they did where they showed me armor. Instead, you may have to come over here to Master Raoul. And you'll have
what cipher is
some
this?
engrams like the ones we just saw, and you'll have to decode them. It doesn't cost you anything. So now we have some new armor, which is way better than what we had. So in these green ones, you can, if you look, it says square, you can dismantle. So if it's green, just dismantle it. Don't
It's
even.
good to see you alive, Guardian. I was wondering.
Green, get rid of it. This stuff here.
Here goes.
This we can get rid of. This thing.
Guardians
get
are
rid-
always
Oh
welcome
wait,
on
hold
my
on.
doorstep, such as it
Why
is.
is it so much higher? I am gonna get rid of that because ultimately this isn't
The
gonna
schematics for this structure do not fill me with renewed confidence.
Alright. I actually want to change my grenade to. I don't want the fusion, I want this one. Oh, now I can. Let's do.
Oh, the back's killing me.
There's no data like encrypted data, I always say.
Let's think about this
Let's
for a
do this
minute.
for right now. Alright. We'll jump subclasses and stuff there. Alright, so that's gonna be it for tonight. We'll dive into all this other stuff next night. If you came, thanks for watching. Thanks for sitting in. Appreciate it.